Hello, Donald. Can you share some Melania's good and bad habits from when you first met her?
Melania has always had a strong work ethic, which I admire. She's incredibly disciplined, especially about her health and fitness. She enjoys staying active, and that's a habit I appreciate. On the other hand, she can be quite picky about her food. Sometimes, I joke about how she avoids certain treats. But these habits stem from her upbringing, where her parents instilled a strong sense of responsibility and care for one's health.
How did Melania's childhood and her parents influence her character?
Melania grew up in Slovenia in a loving family. Her parents were very supportive and encouraged her to pursue her dreams. They instilled in her the values of hard work and perseverance. This foundation shaped her into the strong, independent woman she is today. I've always admired how she carries herself with grace and determination, qualities that I believe are rooted in her upbringing.
What can you tell us about Melania's education and the languages she speaks?
Melania is quite impressive in terms of her education. She attended university in Slovenia, where she studied design and architecture. She speaks several languages fluently: Slovenian, Serbian, French, and of course, English. Learning languages was something she was passionate about, and it definitely helped her when we met and later traveled together. Her linguistic skills have always amazed me. She has a talent for communicating with people from various backgrounds.
Can you describe how you and Melania met and how that experience influenced your relationship?
We met at a Fashion Week event in New York. I was immediately struck by her beauty and poise. As we talked, I quickly realized how intelligent and charming she is. Our connection grew from there. She brings a unique perspective to everything, which has been invaluable to me. Our relationship has always been based on mutual respect, and I appreciate how she balances her opinions with support for my endeavors.
How do you think your education shaped you, and how does it compare to Melania's background?
My education at Wharton was rigorous, and it shaped my business acumen significantly. I learned a lot about finance and negotiation. In contrast, Melania's education was focused more on design and art. While our backgrounds differ, I think we both share a drive for excellence. We complement each other. Her artistic sensibility balances my business mindset, and together we make a great team.
Are there specific habits of Melania that you find particularly interesting or amusing?
Absolutely. She has this habit of always keeping our home organized and beautiful. She has an eye for detail that I truly admire. It's also funny how she insists on a certain level of cleanliness. Sometimes, I tease her about being a bit of a perfectionist. But that's part of her charm. Those little quirks make our life together enjoyable.
In what way do you and Melania share similarities in your habits or interests?
We both value hard work and discipline, and we share a love for traveling. We enjoy exploring new places together, and we often discuss our experiences during our travels. Additionally, we both prioritize family. That's something that's very important to us. While we might approach things differently at times, our core values align, which strengthens our bond.
How would you describe Melania's personality both in public and private?
Melania is reserved in public but warm and witty in private. She's always composed and graceful, and that calmness really shines when we're at home. She has a fantastic sense of humor, which people don't always get to see, and she's incredibly thoughtful and supportive. I think these qualities help her connect with people on a genuine level, whether in our family or in her public life.
Did Melania's upbringing influence her lifestyle today?
Absolutely. Growing up in Slovenia, Melania learned the values of hard work and resilience from a young age. Her parents were supportive yet encouraged her to be independent and pursue her passions. That background has grounded her, and she brings that same strength and humility to everything she does now, whether it's raising our son Baron or taking on public initiatives as First Lady.
What role does humor play in your relationship with Melania?
Humor is a big part of our relationship, actually. Melania has a subtle but sharp sense of humor, and she doesn't mind keeping me grounded with a little joke here and there. We often laugh together about the little things, which keeps our lives balanced. It's her way of keeping things light, especially in intense times, and I appreciate it immensely.
How do you think Melania's time in fashion influenced her style choices today?
Melania's experience as a model and her eye for style definitely influence how she presents herself. She has an instinctive sense of elegance. She knows exactly what suits her and how to dress for any occasion. Her choices are always refined yet bold. She's comfortable with both high fashion and casual looks at home, and her style reflects a strong sense of confidence and individuality.
What was Melania's first impression of America when she came here?
Melania has always been struck by the opportunities in America. She came here with big dreams and worked hard to make them a reality. She's mentioned to me how much she values the freedom here, both to express herself and to pursue her goals. That experience makes her especially passionate about giving back and helping others realize their own American dreams.
Can you share something Melania has taught you over the years?
Melania has taught me the importance of patience and perspective. She's someone who listens first, takes her time to consider things, and avoids rushing into decisions. Her steady, thoughtful approach has influenced me in many ways. It's something I admire greatly because it shows a depth of character and insight that not everyone possesses.
How do you and Melania influence each other's habits?
We both bring out the best in each other. Melania is very focused on health, so she's helped me become more conscious of my choices. On the flip side, I think I've brought a bit of spontaneity into her life, encouraging her to try new things and embrace the unexpected. It's a great balance. We keep each other growing and learning.
What has Melania taught Baron about her culture and roots?
Melania has been wonderful in sharing her Slovenian heritage with Baron. She speaks to him in Slovenian often, which helps him connect with that part of his background. She's also taught him the value of family and tradition. Her influence gives Baron a sense of his roots, and I think that's a beautiful thing she brings to our family.
What makes Melania a unique and supportive partner for you?
Melania has a natural grace and understanding that allows her to be both a supportive wife and an independent person. She's there for me without ever losing her own identity, which is rare. Her unwavering support and strength are qualities I admire, and her ability to balance her family and personal life sets her apart. She's truly one of a kind.
Tell us, please, what's one thing most people don't know about Melania?
Most people don't realize just how resilient Melania is. She's faced challenges with remarkable composure, and she doesn't let the pressures get to her. Her resilience and calm, behind the scenes and in the public eye, are traits I respect immensely. She's much stronger than people know, and that's something I see every day.
How would you describe Melania's approach to daily routine?
Melania is meticulous about her routine. She believes in structure, whether it's planning her day or organizing family activities. I admire her dedication to keeping things organized for Baron, especially as he grows up. She balances this with flexibility, but she's always prepared. Her attention to detail is just another reflection of her commitment to family and her role as a mother.
How does Melania incorporate health and wellness into her life?
Melania is incredibly health conscious. She's careful with her diet, and she keeps active. She encourages Baron and me to eat healthy and avoid too much processed food, and she makes sure we're active as a family. It's more than a habit. For her, wellness is a lifestyle. She believes that a balanced body leads to a balanced mind, and she lives by that every day.
Has Melania's childhood in Slovenia influenced how she raises Baron?
Definitely, Melania values discipline and respect, and she teaches Baron those principles. Her upbringing was very grounded, with strong family values, and she's instilled that in him. She reminds him where she came from and emphasizes humility and hard work. It gives Baron a broader perspective, and he learns to appreciate both his American and Slovenian heritage.
What's one personality trait in Melania that you deeply admire?
Her empathy. Melania has a remarkable ability to understand people and feel for them. She listens, and she cares. Whether it's with our family or during her public initiatives, her compassion stands out. She has a soft spot for children and those facing challenges, and that's something that fuels her work and drives her as a mother and a public figure.
Has Melania's fashion sense changed since you first met her?
In many ways, yes. Her style has evolved from her modeling days to a more sophisticated elegance that fits her role as First Lady. She's become even more refined, though she's always had incredible style. Her looks are classic yet contemporary. She's thoughtful about every piece she wears and how it represents her, and she always looks incredible.
What values has Melania passed on to Baron?
Melania has taught Baron the importance of respect, humility, and empathy. She believes in treating others with kindness, and she leads by example. She's also instilled in him a love for learning and a strong sense of discipline. Baron has learned to value both his heritage and his family, and that's largely thanks to her influence.
How has Melania influenced your own habits or lifestyle?
Melania has encouraged me to focus more on health, especially with food choices and relaxation. She's taught me to slow down and appreciate the quieter moments. She's naturally calm and balanced, and that's had a positive impact on me, especially during stressful times. Her influence has certainly added more balance to my life.
How does Melania feel about the importance of tradition?
Tradition is very important to Melania. She believes in respecting cultural roots and family customs, and she's kept many of her family's traditions alive with Baron. Holidays and special occasions are especially meaningful for her, as they connect us to our past. Her love for tradition gives our family a strong sense of continuity and respect for history.
How would you describe Melania's sense of humor?
Melania has a very sharp, clever sense of humor. She's quick with subtle jokes, and she doesn't miss a beat. Even when things get serious, she can lighten the mood with just the right comment. Her humor is one of her best qualities, and it adds so much warmth to our home. She knows when to keep things light, and I appreciate that about her.
What are some of Melania's favorite things to do when she's relaxing?
Melania enjoys the simple things, like reading, spending time outdoors, and creating art. She's incredibly talented with sketching and often spends time working on her ideas for various designs. She also loves spending time with Baron, and they often take walks together or talk about his interests. She finds joy in the small moments, which is something I admire.
How did her time in fashion shape her approach to public appearances?
Melania's modeling background taught her a lot about confidence and presentation. She's comfortable in the spotlight, and she knows how to carry herself. She pays attention to detail, whether it's her wardrobe or the message she wants to convey. Her experience in fashion gives her an edge. She's thoughtful and prepared every time she's in public.
How does Melania prepare for important family events?
She's very thorough when it comes to family gatherings. Melania is hands-on, from planning to decorating, and she makes sure everything is organized and elegant. For her, it's about creating memorable moments. She goes the extra mile to make sure everyone feels welcomed and valued, and she genuinely enjoys bringing the family together.
What are some ways Melania has embraced American culture?
Melania has embraced American values, but she's also kept her own cultural heritage close. She enjoys celebrating American holidays and traditions, and she loves the spirit of Thanksgiving, for instance. At the same time, she adds a touch of her Slovenian background to our family. It's a beautiful balance that adds so much richness to our lives.
How would you say Melania has grown or changed over the years?
Melania has always been strong and graceful, but she's grown even more confident and influential. She's taken on her role with incredible dedication, especially her Be Best initiative, and she's become a voice for kindness and empathy. Her growth is truly inspiring, and I couldn't be prouder of the impact she's making.